It appears that Ukraine overnight conducted another massive wave of drone strikes against Russia. The Russian defense minister said that there were 158 drones that were shot down that were targeting 15 different regions. No claims that any hit any targets, but we've got video footage that's emerged of fires at the oil refinery at Moscow, but also 75 kilometres away, Kovakovo, another power station, was hit as well. This is all consistent with Ukraine having a go at Russia's energy infrastructure in the same way that Russia was doing the same to Ukraine. The big difference appears to be Ukraine seems to be targeting the oil infrastructure, largely because it's a lot more difficult to put those fires out, and therefore there'll be a visible sign to the Russian people that they're involved in a war. But how is Ukraine managing to conduct these long-range strikes into Russia? President Zelensky has been appealing to the West for more long-range weapons like the Scalp, Storm Shadow and the ATACMS, and also getting away the restrictions to stop him using them in Ukraine. It is worth in Moscow. It is worth pointing out that, of course, the maximum range of Storm Shadow is only about less than 300 kilometres, whereas Moscow is over 500 kilometres away. So these weapons wouldn't have been any use for these attacks. But the West is very keen to support Ukraine. It's very keen to support with these long-range weapons, but their supplies of them, stockpiles, have reduced dramatically. They're having to commission the defence industrial base to provide replacements, and they have to follow security protocols, safety protocols, and all of that takes time. Now, instead, Ukraine seems to be importing some of the technology and the components from overseas and actually designing and building their own military capability, whether it is ballistic missiles or drones. And these means it's very quick to go from concept to capability. You don't have to do the flight testing, you don't have to follow the safety cases along the way, and that means you can focus specifically on operational effect. The other benefit, of course, is that all of the testing that's done covertly. As a result, Russia would not know what is coming at it during these attacks. But despite the benefit of these long-range strikes into Russia, despite the benefit of the Kursk incursions up to the north, all of which designed to take the fight to Russia, Putin's main effort appears to be here in the Donbas, his special military operation. The objectives seem to be to try to secure Crimea, secure the Donbas, and actually, therefore, he's got a small section of the Donbas he hasn't seized. That's why the fighting at Toretsk and Pokrovsk is so fierce at the moment. We can expect to see, with 10 to 12 weeks to go before the winter arrives, expect to see this whole front line very active over the coming weeks.